April, it's cold, it's rugged, it's a beautiful coastline. It's a mix of harsh winds and beautiful cliffs and warm coffee after a cold surf. If you're new here, I'm Owen, I'm a landlocked surfer living in London, and I don't get a lot of time in the ocean, so when I do, I really want to make it count. So we're off to Newquay and Cornwall to get a little bit of taste of the ocean and see what UK surfing's all about, whether it's worth the hype and whether you should use your time and your money and come out here. So we just went off to the wave on our way to Newquay. We were checking the surf reports around Newquay and they were abysmal, sort of like half a foot and windy. So we managed to snag the last slot for advanced and 30-second review of the wave. I don't know why the car park is so far from the compound. You got to walk like a kilometre, which is completely unreasonable, especially in howling wind, but I got loads of waves. You honestly get heaps of opportunity. The advanced setting was really easy, had a smooth takeoff so you can get a cut back in, then do a couple of hits on the inside when it stands up through the middle. But yeah, all round really good. Honestly, if we don't find amazing waves in Newquay or if I don't feel fulfilled, we'll be hitting it on the way back to London. It seems worthwhile that we talk a little bit about some of the gear that I've got and I've brought here. So we can talk about wetsuits first. I've got a 3-2, but it's flocking and fleece lined all the way through. It's got this 2mm up the top, and that's also got some fleece lining to it, and then 3mm from about the chest line, about here down. And it's got this thicker fleece. And honestly, it's been fine in the water. It's been about 8 degrees. I've also got a hood, which has been quite good. This one's from Patagonia as well. As you can see, it's fleece lined on the inside. And I picked these up from a local store. They're Patagonia again on sale. This is a typical bootie, split toe, and it locks the heel in. So yeah, I think if I could say anything, just get a proper pair of booties, a normal pair of booties. So that's what I've been using to stay warm. Overall, just a good pair of booties, 3mm, and a 3-2. I found that fine for about an hour and a half. The surf cafes and relaxed vibes here are immaculate. Great food, super cruisy streets. And as I walk through these streets, it all feels kind of right to me. Apart from the land pasty that after 4 days still hasn't really settled. But this is a pure, unadulterated UK surf town. And I can't really fault Newquay. It's been good to us. Lots of sun, good waves, surf shops with plenty to keep you busy. If I'm honest, this speaks to the surfer in me. It's calm without being boring. It's alive without being loud. Isn't that what a good surf trip is about? Exploring how the surf and the local culture blend together to create something that's new, but still feels somehow familiar.
Go down. You need to be further down.
I like to learn about the surf culture and the history of a place when I come here and spend about as much time in the water as my body will physically allow me to. So Newquay's surf scene dates back to about the 1920s. Riders were using wooden boards described as coffin boards. I mean, they look a lot like the lids of a coffin, so you can understand why. And it was actually shortly after in 1923 that Nigel Oxon from the Channel Islands, so he went off to Hawaii, came back, and then he started Britain's first surf club. So it was in about the 60s where the surf scene really started to explode in Cornwall and Newquay, and I have a sneaking suspicion that has something to do with the invention of the wetsuit. If you're keen to read a bit more about this kind of stuff and the history of Britain and surfing in the UK and especially the southwest of England and how surfing came here, you should check out the Museum of British Surfing website. It's got this amazing timeline. You can scroll through it and they've got all these images, some of which I've shared, and it gives an amazing history. In terms of boards, that's a seagull. Sick of hearing me talking about surfing. In terms of boards, I've got them here. It's the Volcanic construction, and this is a Machado Seaside. I've been riding this one for quite a while. I rode it in Australia. I did a little first impressions video of it. Full review coming shortly, I think, after this. It's been a bit on and off, and I found it really hard to turn at points, especially in really mushy waves. But that's probably more of a technique thing. At the wave pool, I rode this board, Slater Designs, another Firewire board. It's the Great White Twin. It's a 2+1. I've got the little nub in here. I've been trying to experiment with the little nub. I just didn't get a chance to use it today because it was just too small, really, to take this one out. But I did surf it with the larger trailer fin in the wave pool. So this board's, it's got a lot more performance-y outline to it, a lot more rocker, as you can see. But this one was also great. It's got 34 litres still, it's 5'11", so they've been excellent so far. I want to take a sidebar and talk about surf progression for a little bit, because I find more than any other sport it seems to go in plateaus. You seem to stay on this plateau for quite a long time and you kind of progress quite quickly. And this last year has been time for me where I think I've seen quite a lot of improvement. And I'm living in London at the moment. I really don't get a lot of time to get out and into the water. So when I do, I want to make the time count. And there are a few things that I've found that have really helped in the last sort of year. It's helped me see quite a lot of improvement. A few things that I get value from the surf skate, especially getting in a bowl, because if you can do that re-entry movement in a bowl, in a 3-foot bowl, you can do it on a 3-foot wave because the consequence factor in a concrete bowl is much greater. Another thing that I get quite a lot of value from is reviewing the videos. Obviously, have my partner Vera taking the videos, and then we review them and spend some time thinking about how I can actually improve and what I can do better. I mean, most of the time it comes down to compress more or, you know, go left when you should have gone right.
It's a fucking right, Owen. What the fuck are you doing?
But reviewing those videos helps quite a lot, and I think if you can get the opportunity to find someone to take videos of you, it'll make the world difference. The last thing that I get quite a lot of value from is choose one thing each surf. Is it I'm going to be compressed this surf? Is it I want to pop up early? Or, you know, if you choose one thing, then it makes the world a difference. I want to talk about some of the things that I don't get any value from. I do not get any value from watching professional surfers surf. I think it's like watching an F1 driver and then hopping out in your Toyota and trying to drive like them, or thinking that you can drive like them, and it just doesn't compute. So we've made it back home after experiencing some of what can only be described as the UK's best traffic. Easter time is amazing to drive, but On the way back, we stopped in Bristol again at the Wave. It was a really good experience the first time, slightly cheaper sessions the second time, so we both booked in, and let's run some clips and have a look at whether all of that chat about progression actually made any difference or whether it's all the same. So to cap off, I actually think I am surfing a little bit more smoothly, a little more connected with the wave, and I can push a little harder. But to give our 10-second review of Newquay and Cornwall as a surf location and a trip, yeah, I absolutely think it's worth your time. I think it's worth your money. And if you've got a free weekend to head on down, I really recommend it. There's lovely crowds, lovely atmosphere, really beautiful town. And next time, and there will be a next time for us, I think we'll go a little bit further south. If you've got some recommendations for us about where you'd like to see next, hit us up in the comments. The next one will probably be in France, in Hossegor. I'm heading there in May, so look out for that one. Bye.